Okay, this is gonna be a quick one today because I've got a train to catch, but we need a video for this week. So today I'm gonna be talking about this thing, the MacBook Pro with an M4 chip. I made a video about it back then, but right now I've had it for 3 months and I've got to share with you what do I think like 3 months later. How's the performance? So just so you know, this MacBook has an M4 chip, 24 GB RAM and 1 TB terabyte. So in the previous video, we tested its performance when it comes to video editing in DaVinci Resolve. After using it for over 3 months now, I think I've seen where it shines and where it comes short. And in this video, I just want to make a follow-up and tell you guys what I think. So where does this laptop shine? Well, in video editing, this laptop can handle almost anything that you throw at it. 4K footage, 60 frames per second on a 24 frames per second timeline, flawless, no problem. But as you can remember in the previous video, if you watched it, if you didn't, you can check here. Is it here or here? Or at the end of this video, I'll link it there. You can check that previous video. When it comes to 6K footage, 50 frames per second raw on a 24 frames per second timeline, when we added effects, it was struggling. But just raw footage like that without any effects, it works. But then after using this laptop to edit a couple of projects, I came to realize that it can actually handle the 6K footage, 50 frames per second without any problem, as long as I don't add heavy effects like just color grading, it works. And that's incredible because my gaming PC behind me can't handle that. I have to create proxies for that. But in this laptop, I don't need proxies. This thing handles that easy. I can just put 6K footage raw from the Blackmagic cameras, do color grading without any problem. Never had any issue. It handles it perfectly. I start getting a little bit of problems once I start layering the fusion clips on top of each other. That's when the laptop starts struggling. But just for the simple edits like these YouTube videos, perfect. Simple social media clips, perfect. No problem. Never had a problem with it. Everything works perfectly. Like, it's incredible. The other thing that I didn't test in the previous video is the battery life. The battery life in this laptop lasts forever. Like, it's crazy. I never go out with my charger. This thing lasts like forever. I've always trusted it to last as long as I want. Whenever I go out, that's why I don't bring my charger with me. The fact that I can just sit in the train for 4 hours working on a project without having to worry about charging it is crazy. And like I said, it handles all the 6K footage and stuff without connecting the charger. So I don't even know its performance when the charger is connected. So it's crazy. And then the other thing is the internal speakers. This thing is crazy, bro. The internal speakers are crazy. Just listen to this. Like I said, it handles all the 6K footage and stuff without connecting the charger. So I don't even know its performance when the charger is connected. So it's crazy. And then the other thing is the internal speakers. This thing is crazy, bro. The internal speakers are crazy. Just listen to this. As a person who is constantly on the road trying to work on different projects, I remember this one time when I was in a hotel room, and that's when I discovered that I had forgotten my headphones. And you know, like, when it comes to video editing, you need to hear the audio well. So I was just like, let me try and test with the internal speakers. And the things were incredible. I actually edited the entire video using the internal speakers. I just had to come back here to do sound mixing. But I managed to use the internal speakers to do everything in the hotel room because the project was urgent. I needed to finish it as quick as possible. So that's something that I find to be super incredible. Like, the speakers, I've never had anything like this in a laptop. There are other things that, yeah, the people who have had MacBooks for a long time, maybe they already know this, but the seamless integration with the iPhones. You know, I just came from the Windows system to this. So like the fact that I can just connect my iPhone to this laptop and even use its camera as my webcam, I find it to be super incredible. I didn't know about that. I'm new to this, so it's something that I find to be super, super, super cool. And then the other thing, incredible build quality, man. This thing is well built. But yeah, I can't talk much about that. It's Apple. What do you expect? I've talked a lot of good things about this laptop. Let's talk about the cons a little bit. One thing that I really hate, and I really don't understand is why couldn't they just give us even just one USB-A input, you know? Like every time you go out, you have to bring the adapter with you in order for you to be able to connect USB-A stuff to this laptop. And I hate that because not everybody has USB-C SSDs. Other people use hard drives, like the hard drives that you have to connect using the USB-A input, and this laptop lacks that. And whenever I go out and I forget to bring my adapter, I'm just fucked, you know? And I hate the fact that they couldn't give us just one. Like, how stingy is Apple? I wish it had that. I appreciate the SD card slot. That's perfect. I love it. But the lack of USB-A, yeah. I just find that to be super stingy from Apple. They could just give us one. But yeah, it is what it is. The other thing that I really hate, and I failed to discover at the beginning until one time when I was watching the footage that I had edited on this laptop in a different device, and I was like, wait a minute, why does this color grade use look funny? Is the fact that when editing using a MacBook, there's always a gamma shift. So what you see in the software is not what comes out in the export. And that thing threw me off later on when I discovered, wait a minute, my color grades look washed up. What the hell is going on here? I had to research and do a lot of trial and error to be able to fix that. And up to now, I don't think I've fixed it permanently because sometimes I make my exports and yeah, they still look like they're less saturated, or the contrast is out, or they're kind of washed up. There is always a slight difference from what I see in the software, which is kind of annoying. If you have a solution to that, kindly write in the comment section below. I'd appreciate that. This thing shows all your fingerprints, man. Like literally. Literally, my laptop is full of my fingerprints. I can see my fingerprints everywhere on the laptop. My Windows laptop never showed anything. But this one, if I ever commit a crime and they find my laptop, I'm definitely going to jail. And one last thing that I think is just my problem, I don't think other people even care about it. I just would like to have a numbers block, you know, because as somebody who's used to shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts, like the lack of the numbers block on the keyboard just throws me off, because there are shortcuts that I had programmed in DaVinci Resolve that are on that numbers block that I can't find on this smaller keyboard, and it slows me down a little bit when it comes to editing, because I have to use the mouse to perform those shortcuts that I had programmed on my keyboard. This, I think, is just a problem for me. I don't think other people care, but yeah, that's a con for me. But it's not a big deal, because I bought this. This is an extra keyboard that I can connect to the laptop and use it. So it's not a big deal. But in general, I'm really in love with this machine, you know. This made remote work easier for me, you know, as yeah, I don't have to edit projects on my PC exclusively. Right now I can edit from anywhere. In the train, in the plane, somewhere in the park, in a coffee shop. Like, just using this laptop has made my work way easier. Like, remote work is so fun right now. And yeah, that's it. If you got value from this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Blessings.